Starting out in the kayak. Isn't that cool? We're in a little flooded area. You can see the bottom. So beautiful here. Part of the Norfolk River. I'll try to put links in the description. There's so many access points, it's almost impossible. And the access point that we came in on, it's not even marked with anything. So, but it's flooded back in here. Pretty cool. And the main stream's over there. I want to say, I know it goes into Norfolk Lake, so the Norfolk River obviously goes into Norfolk Lake. But I thought there was a Bryant Creeks too, and I think this might be Bryant Creek that runs into it on this one part. I don't know that for positive. I'll have to figure it out when I look on a map and put in a link. But there's another spot through there for water run in. And I was surprised. I had tried taking another video a minute ago, but it wasn't working out the best because I had it laying on the front, so I'm actually holding it in my hand for a minute right here. But it's not, you can see how deep it is, just enough room for the kayak to get in here. But I'm going to get back out in the main stream here in a minute. But I just wanted to take this little adventure down the side. Little water bug there. He's trying to keep up with me. Shooting around over there. Anyways. Beautiful out here. I didn't know what that was. I don't know if you heard that noise. That was a stick touching along the bottom of the kayak. I'm going to put this back up in the front here for a minute. It's like maneuver through this bushes. Paddle on. What I was saying a minute ago, I can't remember if I mentioned it already or not, but this main stream that we're getting ready to come into, this was just a little cutoff that we came in right there. I cannot believe it feels, by the amount of this water, this flooding, you would think that the current would be pushing you way harder, or the water would be moving way more to the left. So I don't know this whole area. Oh, there's a nice bass right there. Largemouth bass. I hope you can see that in the water. If you take it right there, I think yep, there it is. And I hear water running down there, so we're going to go check it out. Man, and I didn't bring, all I brought was my bobber, and I'm so sorry for the video doing that. It's because of the styrofoam container, so it keeps trying to look at it, so I'll just have to keep trying to adjust it. Man, that was a real nice bass that was on there. And anyway, I mean, there is a little bit of a current. I can feel it a little bit, but it's not pushing backwards, because obviously it's flowing. Well, you don't know that, but it's flowing the opposite way of what we're going right now. And so I'm guessing that they don't have the floodgate open, or the dam, or whatever you call it, back up the other end of the lake, because it's backed up all the way, and it's been that way for better than 2 weeks now. And this is our first spring here together in Missouri, so I'm not sure if that's normal, if it does it all the time, or how that works out, but it's still beautiful. I mean, I'm gonna try to stop for just a minute and grab this thing. I want you to see this. Beautiful rock bluffs. Man, that's beautiful. And I can hear rushing water up there, so we're going to get up and take a picture of that. Obviously, I doubt that I'm going to go through that. And head back. The wife's back behind us back there. Got the old life preserver on. Make sure safety first, right? And that's just so beautiful. I'm sorry I'm looking over yonder, but back down to the bridge where the wife's at. But we're going to check this out. Amen? Is that not amazing? Look at that tree up there. It's starting to... oh, there's another nice bass. Look at that bass. I cannot believe that. Look at the size of that largemouth bass. There's two of them. There's another one right there. Man. Look at him. Came out the other side. And there's another one there with it. I'm waiting a minute. Man, I wish I had my other jig on there. That is a nice one. There's two of them there. The little one, see them to the left. And the smaller one. I'm going to put that down. That is crazy. Crazy awesome. And the water is so crystal clear. You can hear that water dripping off. It's still just dripping off of those mountain over there. Or the bluff, rather. Just drip, drip, dripping. Hold that paddle in my hand for a minute. Forgive me for the crazy view. You'll have to pause your eyeballs a minute. Or let me pause it while I get up here. There's more of that dripping. Check that out. Ain't that cool? We're coming up to some shallow. We'll check out both sides when we get up here. But I'm going to set this down and pause it for a minute till we get just a little closer. Of course, I missed it because I had the phone down, but a bald eagle just took... There goes a heron off to the left. But a bald eagle just went down that way in front of me a minute ago. It just took off out of the tree on the other side. The water's coming on both sides. You can see that. Flowing towards us. Same thing over here on this side. I'll pause in a minute while I get straightened out. It's pretty. We're going to let it push us. Oh, we got hung up, but I'm not worried. Check that out. Flowing through there pretty good. And I'm just going to let it. It's pushing us back. Get that water. Dip down. It's just really beautiful. Look at that. Back up a little. Is that not beautiful? Those Missouri streams. I'll do the same thing on the other side just for fun and see how close I can get up over on the other side just to get a little picture of it too. Like it splits on two forks right there. Definitely changed it. Every time it, floods out and whatnot, it changes all the rivers. So still pretty cool. Just beautiful. I'm going to set this down a minute. We're going to cut across there's a high spot coming out. We'll go on the far side, see if we can't get around over there. I don't know about it or not. I don't know how far I can get up this side over here because it's pretty shallow. We'll see. That water's so clear it gives you an illusion because it looks like it's like right there, super shallow. And I actually think I'm going to run aground up here and get out for a minute and do a little bit more of a little video for a second and rest for just a minute before I paddle back to the wife. Hang on for the ride. Sorry about that. We got high centered on a rock. But I'm going to pause this, turn the kayak a little bit, and get over there on the edge of the... that's the good thing about being... Anyway, and then I'll get out here and take a little bit of a video. Okay, well, we got out. Well, I have to do a, a paddle repair. I was trying to shove myself. I got the piece in here. I'm going to try to put it back in there. I got Gorilla Glue. I'm going to Gorilla Glue it like crazy. Got a crack in my paddle. Anyway, it'll get me back to where I need to go. Anyway, still one good side. That's the price you pay for an adventure, I guess. We're going to walk up and get a close-up of that. Oh boy, howdy, look at that, how deep it is right there. That is so crazy cool how it does that in these streams. That's, I would guarantee you, it looks super clear, but that's at least 5 foot, probably maybe even a little bit more than that right there. And that's crazy because back there it shallowed out and we couldn't even get up it. Anyway, pretty cool. Wow. Fairly shallow up here. It's just beautiful. Yeah, you wouldn't even be able to get a kayak down that. Lots of good rocks for finding though. If you're into rocks. The wife and I come out looking for heart rocks. Beautiful Missouri streams. Hope you enjoyed the little video. I don't know if I'll pause it and drive back up to the front, but you can see the bridge is completely submerged. If it stays, the video stays on, I'll probably pause it and float back up that way and finish the video out up that way. If it happens to die, because sometimes it does that in between here and there. Hope you enjoyed the little video, and I'm gonna get back in the water and get back up with the wife, maybe catch a bluegill or get lucky and, or get blessed rather and catch one of them bass up there. I'm going to pause it until we get back up there. Hope you enjoyed. I get some of that awesome bottom. So clear you can see right down to the bottom. Just beautiful. We're coming back up to where we saw that bass. Man, I still can't believe that, man. I popped that little chunk of my paddle. But I think I'll put me about 3 or 4 coats of that Gorilla Glue on there. Put all around it, maybe even some 2-ton epoxy or something over it, and I think it'll hold in there fairly good. Work my way and get it in there. Just beautiful. I'm going to pause it a little bit. I kind of just wanted to show a little bit of that bottom and the beauty of it all. I'm going to pause it and get on up there with the wife. That's so crazy. That's nothing but solid rock bottom right there. And we're coming back to sandstone over here again. Or the gravel. That's so crazy cool. Beautiful Missouri streams. Again, more rock bottom. Isn't that completely awesome? Just awesome, man. Crystal clear. Beautiful view up there in front of us now. The mountains. And the truck's right over there to the right. We're going to go over the bridge here in a second. This bridge is completely underwater. You can hear somebody's backing up over there on the other side. We're over here. Hey, baby. We don't want to hear that in the video, do we? But anyway, we're going over the bridge now. You can see it here. It's down there 3 foot anyway under the water. Let me turn that around, sorry. Back there's the other side of the bridge. It goes in here. It's been underwater for a minute now. But we're going to go up here and talk to the wife for a minute and then go on down the creek that way a little. Okay, look at that. Beautiful sun over the side of the bluff over yonder. Look at that beautiful sky, too. We're going to go down here a little ways toward the next mountain over here. Isn't that beautiful? Just kind of floating around. And I've never encountered this, as I said before, but when it's shallower, that water really was moving really quick when it's down to a normal stream. This is like where we're at right now is not even normally underwater. The main stream is out there in the center, about like 8 feet wide or something right through there, and it flows down here. And actually down here, let me point over there, over in that area, it gets down so thin you couldn't even float it, because I went down to Norfolk Lake over there where everybody drives in at this entrance, just up from, we'll say it like this, it's just up from the Tecumseh access outside, close to Dalt Mill. You'll have to look that up. I'll try to put some kind of description on the link. And so there's no marked area when you come in here. There's a brown arrow on the sign, and that's it, on a little bitty sign. And if you don't know what you're looking for, I actually found it by accident driving down in here. And so it was, and let me get back, I'm scrolling a lot on you, I apologize. It was so deep, or so shallow, it's really moving you faster, and right now it's just so pleasantly slow through here. It's just miraculously awesome. The sky on the water. Anyway, I'm going to set that there. Paddle down a little further. That's my old trusty worm container there. And look at that beautiful sky. Is that not beautiful? That's just a massive amount of water. And the figures this is the time. I usually bring my little bag. I got an over-the-shoulder 511 tactical bag that I keep all my fishing gear in. I got a couple of plano boxes in there and all my worms and gear, but in my life vest, I just threw a pack of hooks, a pack of weights, and an extra slip bobber for my pokes. But I should have brought something for an old plastic worm to throw out there for some bass. It's pretty deep right here. And this spot, I didn't realize it was that deep. I'm looking down at the bottom. Not that you'll be able to tell with this, but that's better than 10 foot deep right here, easy. Easy. Probably maybe closer to 12 or 13 feet. That's a lot of water. I guess just because it's so backed up, maybe that's why it's doing it. And I know they got some shallow spots straight up ahead in front of the mountain that you can see up there, and it really dropped down shallow. And so I'm probably not going to go around that corner, because from right here where I'm at, actually you probably won't be able to see that, but from where I'm at, I can see that the water's starting to pick up right there, and it's pretty shallow. Or I'm talking like, when I say shallow, like 5 inches or less, because I couldn't even kayak. I was going to come up this way and then float it back down into the lake. I did that one day before it was flooded out, and it wasn't a possibility. But I've already had an enjoyable enough of a day. I'm going to upload both these videos. This is the second video. Whenever I get into town for signal, because it doesn't do a very good upload out here. But the first video was where I took the trail back by Hammond Access. Close. Actually, I'm trying to remember exactly. Oh, that was up from Blue Spring by the Norfolk River Access, and they call it Hammond Access, but up the road from that, not actually at that place. But I'm going to upload that video. And it was a beautiful walk down a creek, and I had to go partway down a mountain, down it, and then back up it later to accomplish that video. So it's been a full, beautiful day. Then to get out here and see all this beauty. Hope you enjoy it. I know there's some people that can't get out, and I know I ramble a little bit sometimes. But I'm me, so it's just really beautiful. I'm surprised. It's really deep right here too, where we're at. It's still that deep. I guarantee you my paddle wouldn't even touch the ground. And I got the okay already. My wife's going to get me a new paddle here in a couple of weeks, so I get permission to get a new paddle so I can play in my kayak. It's one of the little luxuries in life. I was thinking about trying to get one of them little trolling motors to put on here. We'll see how life pans out here in the next 6 months or so. I might get a video about that. Oh, look, there's a heron going to be on video on the left screen. Flying right along the edge up there. If I can get, I don't know if I can. He's already going to be gone past the edge. Yeah, he got just out of view. I don't know if you can zoom up and see him right there when I said that or not, but I'm just, that view in the sky, can you see that? What an amazing, beautiful evening. Look at that. I don't even want to go home. I could just tie off to a tree out here and go to sleep. These beautiful Ozark Mountains. That bird was in agreement with me. Tell you what, we're going to go over here to this far bank. Back across the stream. Check out. It's quite pleasant right now too, because the boats ain't out on the main lake to the right, the way we were headed around the curve over there. those boats get flying down through there, and they don't knock you over. You got to kind of hang into the wave. I don't know if you've ever been in a kayak, but you got to kind of hang into it there a little bit when they come flying by there, close quarters going up in the stream. But I want to get down there, and this probably would be the perfect time to do it. If it was earlier in the morning, we're gonna come over this way, and then I'll pan around that way and show you, because you'll be able to see it in just a minute. But I wanted to get over here and just kind of, just because I don't want to get too crazy. Most of the logs and things like that, I've been doing this for a minute. I can pretty much get over decent, as long as the log ain't too far out of the water, and use my paddle and as a push rod. But I'm actually going to take me some paracord. I'll show you here the side of the unit. I'm going to do something through the lip right here. Probably poke a little hole through there or something somehow, so I can have me a push rod, because I've had that paddle for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years now. I guess I really like it because it's orange. Orange is my favorite color. It's an Ozark Trail aluminum, and I really gave it some torque a minute ago when I was on them rocks to push myself up out of it. I should have just got my feet wet, but I got my boots on, and I got out. But I paid the ultimate price, man. I popped my paddle, cracked it. But anyway, I'm gonna get that push rod on there. That way, if I come into that situation again, I don't have to use my awesome paddle. That paddle's been with me a long time, man. It's got a hole in it now. I'm about to hang it on the wall, I think. Let's be quiet a minute. No, I thought I heard shallow, but it's not as shallow there as I thought. It's completely covered. In fact, I can't even see the bottom here yet again. I'm going to say it's at least probably 10 or 12 foot right here. But anyway, you can see the lake, the flood. I'm going to zoom on it because I'm not going all the way around that far. There's part of it's flooded all the way out of its banks. And we usually, if I get my finger up there in front of you, way out there, we usually are able to drive down there, way out as far as you can see where the water in the bank down there. You can usually drive and then drive all the way up to the left. But anyway, it's so much water that came through here. It's just crazy. And I'm going to end the video and then float back up to my wife and just end it on that beauty. Look at that sky. I mean, just look at that. I'll put this at the beginning of the video. Listening to all my rambling and my talk, you get to look at that beautiful view at the end of it. Let's get the old mountain in it. How about that? I'd turn it sideways, but it ain't gonna. It'll mess the video up if it does that. But anyway, and it goes way down to this Norfolk Lake is huge. I haven't even begun to touch it in the video or any of the videos I've done. Really, it's just a massive lake. It goes in from Arkansas and into Missouri. That's how big it is. There's another mountain over here. Yeah. A little bird. Alright, I'm going to get off of here. God bless you, and I hope you enjoyed this video again. I'll try to upload them when I get in town. Hope you guys have a blessed rest of your evening or morning or whatever time of the day it is. Take care. Oh, one last thing. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. We're trying to get up to 500 subscribers so we could do live videos. Amen.